It is such a gift to have you with me today and have a nice little conversation, and I'm really excited about it. Mary Stiles is our co-warden, along with David Small, and I've asked Mary to have a conversation with me about stewardship and pledging and the gift, just the gift of church. So we've gathered here, and Mary, so my first question to you is, why have you made St. John's your church home?
I am a cradle Episcopalian, and for better or worse, St. John's has a monopoly on the Episcopal community here in Stowe, so there was no church shopping involved. I'm an Episcopalian, and St. John's is going to be my home.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. It's amazing how that happens in rural communities, but also in larger towns, too. It's like, that's where my home is.
It brings different people together who might not naturally choose to be in the same church. They share a common bond in the fact that they identify as Episcopalian, and so we all come together. I had a priest that said the Episcopal Church is like a huge circus tent. There's room for lots of acts under it.
Very well said. Absolutely. My next question is, please tell me about your ministry as co-warden, and what is a high point, or what has been the kind of that wonderful places as well as the challenges, and they may be the same.
I would say that I'll start with the challenge piece. The challenge is that shortly after I started serving on the vestry, Rick went on sabbatical, and I was new to the vestry, and while I'm a lifelong Episcopalian, I was new to St. John's here, so it was a challenge to navigate through that time. Exciting things came out of it, and I would say that's really been the high point. We were able to, I think as a result of all the work that we did around the sabbatical and how we were going to choose to move forward coming out of that period, we spent a lot of time very intentionally ensuring that our budget reflected our priorities. And as a parish and as a vestry, we consciously made the decision to lean in and find ways to grow as a parish, to grow our presence in the community, and find ways to open our doors to draw in new people. So it's been exciting seeing that seeing that faith that it was all going to work out, to see all of that come to fruition this year. And high points have really been the fact that we've been able to have Father Rick serving full-time this year. We've been able to add additional services. We've launched an arts ministry that allows our space to be used in new and different ways, and I see good things for that in the future. Our Green Bag food ministry, our Green Sundays, have grown, and we're expanding that through other ways, and there's been a lot of energy behind that. We chose to create a wedding ministry, and that, while not active yet, we've laid the groundwork, and that will take time to grow. But what an amazing way to bring people into our church home, to introduce them to St. John's and all we have to offer. So it'll be amazing to see that grow as well. I could go on and on, but when I reflect on the past year and where this church is going, all of those things give me a lot of enthusiasm.
And it is amazing. One last question. So Paul's second letter to the Corinthians, he writes, the point is this: the one who sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and the one who sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. How have you seen us do that here at St. John's?
I think that we sowed bountifully in choosing to be very focused on these core areas, the ones that I just listed. And as a result of that, we've had more people coming on Wednesday evenings. We've had people throughout the summer at an earlier service, and on many Sundays, there's not a parking space to be had in that parking lot out there, and people have to walk. They have to park and then walk to come here, and that wasn't how it was a year ago. So we're sowing bountifully, we are reaping bountifully, and I would challenge us, encourage us to keep doing that, and just look for all the good things that can come as we continue to stay focused, to find ways to serve each other, to serve God, to serve the community. And it's amazing the rewards and opportunities that present themselves as a result of all that work.
Well, thank you for your leadership and for your time with me today. Have a wonderful afternoon.